Wake up in the morning, talk to God, what he say? He said, blessings, blessings, blessings coming my way, and I said, thank you. Oh, thank you. Wake up in the morning, talk to God, what he say? He said, blessings, blessings, blessings coming my way, and I said, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think I guess I'm blessed. I don't even need that stress. Look, shorty on my arm breaking necks. Probably cause she know I'm breaking necks. I never say I can't, cause I walk with an S on my chest. I don't chase nothing but a check.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. I had to cut the light on. It's only 5 o'clock, but it's so dim around the house. It looks like it's getting dark. But anyway, hey y'all. So what are y'all doing? I know y'all getting prepared for Thanksgiving. A lot of y'all got the stove going, got them greens cooking. Y'all, this Thanksgiving, I'm not doing all of that cooking. I'm not breaking out the mac and cheese, the greens, the chitlins, the sweet potatoes, none of that. I'm lying about the sweet potatoes. I am going to attempt to do a sweet potato pie, because I remembered we don't have a dessert for our meal. So I was on, let me turn the light on. I was scrolling through the YouTube streets and I came across a channel. I think it's called Old School Soul Food or something like that. Anyway, girl, he was making a sweet potato pie, and in that same video he did candied yams using butterscotch. Girl, and I forgot the butterscotch. I went to the store yesterday, or last night rather, because I had to wait until I got off work. So I went last night to get the rest of what I needed to cook for tomorrow. And I picked up a couple of sweet potatoes. So they're in the oven right now. They didn't have any pie crust. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to attempt to make pie crust for the very first time in my life, okay? I'm trying to pull the simplest recipe that I can find. So far I found one where it says all you need is 4 ingredients. What was it? Flour, sugar, salt, water, or flour, salt, water. What was it? What they say? Oh, and butter. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make that. Lord, I hope it turned out right, y'all. I was in Kroger. We was walking around for a while trying to find the pie crust, and it's my own fault because I didn't get it when they were fully stocked, but at the same time I wasn't even thinking about it. But yeah, it hit me when I was watching that video. I was like, Lord, I don't have a dessert for Thanksgiving, y'all. So we're basically having a non-traditional Thanksgiving, y'all. The only thing that will be Thanksgiving-like in our meal is the sweet potato pie. Y'all pray for me if it comes out right. So, but for dinner tonight, I am going to cook us some pork steak and whip up some mashed potatoes and gravy. That's going to be for tonight. It's just 2 of us eating, so no need to, you know, do the most. But I did sit those out yesterday with the intentions of cooking them, but last night it was so late we ended up going to there's a Subway next door to the Kroger. So after we came out of the Kroger, we just grabbed a couple of sandwiches from Subway and headed back to the house. And I mean, it was too late to start cooking anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook it today because I don't want to throw it back in the freezer. So you know, it is what it is with that. And I think I'm trying to decide if I want to put my tree up, Christmas tree. I know last year I was talking a lot of stuff about Christmas and, you know, the meaning of Christmas and Christmas tree. Like I went into like a whole thing, y'all. Like I've been on this journey, this personal journey of trying to become closer with God, right? I already have a relationship with him, but I want to be closer. So last year I became aware of a lot of stuff, right? And I didn't really know how to process it, so I was kind of in between the whole putting up the tree and not putting up the tree and all of that stuff. And But this year, I don't want to stress myself out about it or nothing. So I'm just going to put the tree up. We have it. I'm going to put it up. It'll be for Olivia. You know, she's a kid, so she's not looking at Christmas exactly the way that I am. And I don't really know how to explain it to her. So until I... Oh, girl. Okay. Until I inform myself more on, you know, all of that, y'all, I'm just gonna let it do what it do this Christmas. I'm just gonna put the tree up. But I noticed a lot of people are putting their trees up like now. Like I don't know, that's weird to me, because I've always put the tree up after Thanksgiving. But at the beginning of the month, I started noticing here on YouTube that people were putting their tree up. So you guys comment down below, when do you normally put your tree up, and are you changing that routine this year? Or are you going to stick to the same routine of putting your tree up after Thanksgiving? Like, do you normally put your tree up before Thanksgiving, or do you put it up after? Alright, y'all. So I'm about to get this pork in the oven. My potatoes are in there. I put them in there. I only had, my last shift was only 30 minutes. I only had just one 30-minute interval. But that seemed like the longest 30 minutes, y'all. Like... I know y'all know the feeling when you be at work and you know you off the next day, and so it seems like the work day just goes by slow. Now in the beginning of the day this morning, throughout maybe up until about 2 o'clock, calls were kind of like back to back because we're closed tomorrow. So, which honestly I didn't even realize that until over the weekend when I was looking at my schedule. But anyway, yeah, so a lot of calls were back to back up until about 2 or so, and then they just kind of slowed down. So that whole time, you know, you just kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs, you know, playing on your phone a little bit until a call come through. And so that's basically what I was doing, because normally I would like check my email or something like that. But y'all, they, you know, they can see our monitors and stuff when they're like evaluating calls and all that. So I don't want to get caught slipping, you know what I'm saying? So I just keep the screen set to the work desk and I just do what I do. If I need to check my email, I just do it from my phone or something like that. It just depends, because sometimes a long time will go by where a call doesn't come through and I'll be sitting there not doing anything, and then the moment that I pick up my phone, a call will come through. So it just really depends, y'all. But I'm just seasoning up this meat. Sorry for the background noise. I've got the dishwasher running. And this is just pork steak. If you guys recall, well, if you're new to the channel, you probably haven't watched that video, but a few videos back, I went to the store and these were on markdown, so I went ahead and picked them up. Meat is ridiculously priced, and last night when we were at the store, there was, I mean, y'all, the shortage is real, okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm looking for my garlic powder. Did I overlook it? Nutmeg. But yeah, the shortage is definitely real. And you know, oh man, another thing that was going on too last night, there was a fair at the mall, which I had no idea that V103 I think was over there, which is a radio station here in Atlanta. And I had no idea they were going to be over there. I don't listen to the radio, so I stopped listening to a lot of like hip hop. I think I told y'all about that. What am I looking for? Turmeric. Yeah, I don't listen to the radio, y'all, unless I'm like in a car or, you know, something like that. But yeah, I had no idea, and it's crazy because I had been wanting to do something with Olivia and she's not even here for me to take her, so kind of sucks because it's literally like not even far away at all. Okay, so what else do I want to do to the steak, y'all? I'm just talking. We got the turmeric, the garlic powder, the paprika, black pepper. I put some salt on there. So okay, so let's, oh dang, I threw my fork in the sink. Alright, so let's flip it. And I'm going to season it the same way. And you know what, you guys? When I bought those onions and peppers, I didn't even cut them up. I was so exhausted. I didn't even have the power like the... I'm telling y'all, I was exhausted that day. And they've been in the refrigerator like that ever since. So I'm going to cut all of my peppers up and a few more onions today, so that can go ahead and go in the freezer, because I know I'm going to be using those tomorrow. And I'll probably prep some of the stuff that I'm going to cook tomorrow. I'm not really cooking a whole lot, you guys, honestly. Instead of a salad, we're going to have asparagus. So I found some fresh asparagus. I was going to do a baked potato, but it was requested that I make potato salad, so we're going to do that. And I did buy some more shrimp. I had bought some, but Saturday Olivia wanted some shrimp, so I cooked her some shrimp. And let's see, what else are we gonna have with that? I'm gonna make the sweet potato pie. So what is that? Oh, okay, so steaks. Y'all know the 2 pieces of steak that I found. So that, I bought a thing of ribs to go with that. So some ribs, I'm probably gonna prep that and season that up tonight. So steak, ribs, what did I say? Potato salad, asparagus, and shrimp. So like I said, a non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner. The only thing really that's gonna make it feel somewhat like Thanksgiving is sweet potato pie. So let me ask you guys this while we're chit-chatting as I'm seasoning up my meat. Do you guys only eat sweet potato pie around the holidays, or do you eat it throughout the year? Comment down below. Alright, so I think that's all I want to do. I only want to salt one side. I don't want to, well, because I'm going to put those vegetables on there. So yeah, let's do a little bit of salt on this side too. And I think that was it. I think we got everything. So these peppers and onions are already rinsed off. Remember I had them sitting in this bowl of water. So these are good. I'm just going to cut a few of these up. And half this onion. To put over my meat. So what I like to do sometimes is, instead of putting water at the bottom of the pan, I like to put what you call it, chicken broth. I do that with a lot of stuff. Like if I'm boiling vegetables, making mashed potatoes. A lot of times I like to either substitute the water for chicken broth, or I'll do like a half and half. For this, since the vegetables are going to make its own water, I'm just going to put a little bit of chicken broth at the bottom here. And that's it. The oven is already hot because the potatoes are in there. I'm just going to cover it with some foil. And then I'm going to let it cook. For how long, I'm not sure, y'all. I normally don't time anything. I just go by, if I smell it, if it smells like it's done, then I come check on it. You know, not come check on it, but then I take it out. Or if it, y'all get what I'm saying, okay? If you've been cooking, then you get what I'm saying. Sometimes you can just smell when it's about ready or when it's done, right? So I just check on it periodically, but I let it cook for a while before I start checking on it, because I don't want to keep opening up the oven and letting the heat out and all that. So I'll move my potatoes over. And then, so what I'm going to do next is go ahead and cut up the rest of these onions. I've got a half an onion, about a 3/4 of a pepper in here, already kind of ready to get cut up. But then I've got 2 onions and 5 bell peppers over here that I need to peel, wash, and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cut up so that I can put it in my freezer bag and reuse the bowl for the other vegetables. So we're done getting our onions and peppers cut up here. So this is a good idea if, you know, if you're cooking dinner and it's kind of late, or you don't feel like going through the whole process of cutting onions and peppers and things like that. You can freeze these. So you can buy some fresh bell peppers, whatever kind you prefer. Onions, whether it's red onions, yellow onions, white onions, it doesn't matter. And mix it together. And then every time you make a dish and it calls for some onions and green peppers, where you have to cut it up, then you just grab your bag out of the freezer, pull out what you need, and boom, bam. That is it. That is all. And you can add other stuff to this too. Sometimes I add green onions. I've done red onions. I haven't done carrots or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure you can do carrots that way as well, especially if you use carrots often. And this is a good way to prep for Thanksgiving too. Get all your vegetables cut up and then throw them in the freezer. And then you just pull out what you need as you go. Uh-oh, the shoe came off. Alright, so this is here. Just pulled out my potatoes, so I'm just checking them. Yep, those are good. I'm just gonna let those sit for a little while until I get the crust together. Hey y'all, so we're back. Yes, it's hours later, y'all. So I did get the sweet potato pie done. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And it looks really good, y'all. I hope it tastes good. My phone died. I had the recipe pulled up on my phone and it died, so I had to go by memory. So hopefully I got all of the right ingredients in it. I haven't made a sweet potato pie in a long time, and it was my first time making the crust from scratch, so it looks pretty good. It's been cooling for about an hour or so. It's still kind of warm on the bottom, so I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. But yeah, you guys, I'm sorry I didn't show you guys how I was making it and everything like that. I did order a tripod, so I did an overnight, so it should be here in the morning. And girl, it was just a whole lot of chaos going on with Olivia. Y'all know she's out of town, so it was just a whole lot going on with that, girl. And I was just a scared mom because I could not figure out why my child was by herself at this hotel, y'all. Like, anyways, so that took up a lot of time trying to figure that out. And then I had to, of course, calm myself because I mean, I was so scared. But she is fine. She is with my mom, so she is okay. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to show you guys how I actually made the pie, but I can show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is the pie, y'all, and it looks so good. I mean, it looks like it tastes pretty good. I hope, like I said, I got all of the ingredients in it because I kind of winged it going off of memory. So I got the eggs, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I bought some what I thought was evaporated milk, but it was actually condensed milk, so I didn't use that, but I did use regular milk. I used brown sugar, regular sugar, and vanilla extract and some butter. So hopefully it tastes pretty good. And then the crust, of course, I just did that by hand. I found a recipe. It was on the landolakes.com website, so it's just 4 ingredients: flour, salt, flour, salt, cold butter, and really cold water. So it all worked out. I did not bake the crust prior to putting the filling in. I just, you know, and I already have this pie, but it's kind of heavy though. I picked it up and it's kind of a little bit on the heavy side. So, but it looks pretty good, y'all. So yeah, thank you so much for visiting the channel and watching today's video. I know I didn't have a whole lot going on, but I'm telling y'all, the whole situation with Olivia kind of just kind of, y'all, it really did just kind of take the night towards a different direction. So it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning right now. And so, you know, I just had to come out and close the video. But I will see you guys tomorrow. We did eat and everything, so that worked out. So there are no leftovers. I mean, there's a little bit of potatoes. So, oh, speaking of potatoes, I have to go to the store in the morning, y'all. I thought I had potatoes in the refrigerator, but I don't. And so tomorrow I was planning on making baked potatoes, but I was asked to make potato salad. So in the morning, we'll be making a trip to the store, grabbing a bag of potatoes, and then coming back and then just kind of hanging out the rest of the day. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and join the family. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss anything that I post to the channel. Leave a comment down below, say hello, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.